What is up? How's everybody doing on this fine morning?
Uh, welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody kind of piles in today, I really appreciate all the support. We are live on every channel. Little late start today. Kind of had a rush trying to get to the office here, but as we let people join in on all the platforms, and we didn't really get much of a waiting time on this one. Got a lot of news to talk about in the crypto space, a lot of degeneracy, a lot of trading sideways. But welcome in. If you guys are joining in, welcome to Crypto Morning Chat. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. And sometimes we're a little late like today, but we also do what's in your portfolio at 8:30, and we also do it every Wednesday at at around 6:30. We do kind of a real in-depth dive video about stocks research, what we're doing, everything like that. So as you guys come in, if you guys can give us some support, like and share the stream. If you're on TikTok, definitely like and share. Definitely really appreciate it. Also, it's an open forum. I'm going to be putting into the chat the link to join our live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and Twitter. It's on there. If you are on TikTok, you can certainly comment here. Just leave a comment, and we'll try our best to answer all the comments. We do apologize if we do miss anybody's. It does get kind of busy in the chat for here, so we look forward to definitely helping you guys out. We do this every week. This is kind of really just an extension of what Cody and I just talk about all day through text and on the phone. So, but thank you guys. Welcome in. Shout out to Rizzard. Thank you for joining in and your support and everything. Really love it. Yeah, shout out to all the crypto people. Hopefully, we're going to have some good conversation today. We're going to talk about SBF and some news about him, some degeneracy in the markets and trading, what's going on with some meme coins. And of course, we always talk about good old XRP and Quant because those are our two favorite tokens.
Speaking of Quant's been doing well recently on the market. Quant's been up to $117 and went from $96. And I'm just surprised that it had that little run up, but it had a run up like that last year.
Exactly. Yep. Had a little bit of a run up. Let me see if I can pull up the Quant things, but let me go back to the day here. But yeah, it's been interesting in the markets. I'm gonna get this screen shared. So if you want to see more of our screen, you can definitely join us on YouTube. Link is in the bio. Hey, shout out there. Hey, you can definitely say I don't think I'm about as aggressive as Peter Griffin, but I appreciate it. So like
What
in.
the fuck?
So, but we want to get our wallets as big as Peter Griffin. So that's what we're here
Facts.
for. That's what we were absolutely here for. So, with that saying, right now everything's kind of hitting down. I'm guessing people started to take profits on everything. Bitcoin's down 2.5%.
I'm
Did this
glad.
nice little dip at around like 10:30, 11 o'clock on most of the blue chip cryptos in there.
We need
Um,
to let it dump.
yeah, it does need to go down, but we only dropped like from about 800 down. I think where we're just over 27,000. Let me take a look at XRP still holding high. It dropped a little bit from 52 to 50 to around 51, but it is definitely still holding. You still have Quant holding its gains, although it did take a nice dip at in the morning and then it rose back up. So if you were day trading Quant, you definitely would have made a nice little bag as it dropped from uh 118 down to 114
And
and
I'm
then
glad
back to 117. So
I'm glad Polkadot's doing the kind of movements it's doing, like kind of stagnating, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 Polkadot. Like at
uh,
all time high, that's going to be worth 55 grand. So I need a
absolutely.
thousand.
Absolutely. Hold on a second, Cody. Crypto Wizard. Our name on YouTube is Simply Investing 6638. So we should be able to pop up. You should be able to pop us right up. We have kind of like what's like a blue graph with a black arrow on it. Um, I don't generally recommend day trading, but if
What's
you
up,
are
Diggs?
definitely some good. There were some good good entry and exit points overnight.
Diggs, how you doing today?
And Biggs BTW7, welcome in. Glad to have you in the chat. Definitely, if anyone wants to join in anywhere, just certainly ask your questions. We'll try to shout them out as we see them. So let me go back over here to good old
I want
crypto.
to talk about. I think Polkadot added like a new XCM or something onto it. Polkadot's been adding some new updates.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Do you have any? Let me try to find Polkadot here.
Polkadot is at the bottom.
There it is. Found you. Let's go to your news here. So I know Polkadot's been putting in some work in the last couple days. But
If
what did you
and
want to pull out? What did you want me to pull up there, Cody?
hold on, I'll send you the article.
Let's see
Okay,
here.
I sent it.
Alrighty. Let me open that new tab here. Share the screen. All right. Lead the way, Cody.
So pretty much, it's got its XCM v3, which helps with its interoperability and pretty much like it can sign transactions easier with Quant. Quant actually mentioned Polkadot recently. How Polkadot had an issue with signing some transactions every now and then when it came to
Mhm.
integrating with Quant. But Quant uh, contacted Polkadot devs and they fixed the issue. And now we got XCM v3, which is coming out, which should make Polkadot a lot smoother.
Oh, okay. And yeah, anything to make any smoother transactions is probably going to be greatly appreciated right now.
Yeah, and dot staking rewards are still at 9%. And granted, I'm not shilling Polkadot. I'm not paid by Polkadot or anything like that. It's just one of my favorite coins in my portfolio, along with Quant and ETH and Atom and all that. Although Atom, I will say I've kind of been neglecting my Atom for a little bit. I do need to buy more of that, kind of to hedge myself against Polkadot. But I'm very dead set on having 1,000 dot.
Absolutely. And it's Cody's pretty set on dot. I'm pretty good on doing on having it in there, but I have to be honest, I've been neglecting it for Quant XRP and ETH lately. So I haven't really done a lot of investing as I should have. However, it's still a great buy point. I
I
mean,
just think the
both high.
interoperability niche, like Quant XRP, I mean Quant, Atom, Dot, and Chainlink will do well. I think that interoperability niche is going to stick around. Yeah, I think layer ones and layer zeros, they're going to be around.
Absolutely. And you're still gonna have a nice with Adam and the link as well. Shout out to Crypto Wizard. Yeah, his interoperability play is layer zero going into this bull, possibly link with their CCIP tech. Absolutely. I don't know about layer zero. I haven't looked into it, but I do know about Link, and Chainlink is one of the ones I'm definitely. I think I'm going to make my purchase on it soon to get in there. But I have a feeling the market's going to dip a little bit more, so I'm waiting to see if I can get that nice dip and I can get some more for my money on that.
Oh
On
yeah,
that.
never mind. I thought Polkadot was a layer one for a second. Polkadot's a layer. Polkadot and Atom are like layer zeros. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Mhm.
And I think Chainlink, I think ETH and Bitcoin are layer one. Yeah, and layer twos are like Loop Ring and like Arbitrum and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got some other news. Let me go back over here to Coin Market Cap.
You know what's crazy about Arbitrum? Speaking of Arbitrum, that was actually airdropped to Atom holders, Atom stakers, and I wasn't eligible for the Arbitrum airdrop, but I was an Atom staker for like 2 years, so I thought that was weird. I guess it's because I didn't have any osmosis or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, just going over some more data. It's like ETH is still holding frame on that
It's
1800 to
I
1900.
know Ethereum.
Uh,
Like, there's a popular YouTuber. His name is Benjamin Cohen. I don't know how you say it really, but he says that the ETH long downtrend, like ETH has been bleeding against Bitcoin since 2018, arguably. He's heavy on the Bitcoin dominance. I can see the Bitcoin dominance raising. I just don't see ETH going anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. That's for sure. But I think
mhm,
eventually ETH will catch up. I don't think it can flip Bitcoin, but the flipping, I mean, I think that's an overhyped narrative in my opinion.
mhm. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for ETH to overcome some of the issues, especially around the gas fees, because that's what anyone that's labeling something as an ETH killer is is they're trying to solve the gas fee problem. But it's just I think ETH is just too popular because far for other than Bitcoin, any regular person that doesn't really pay attention to crypto knows Bitcoin and they know Ethereum, and that's
Yeah,
it.
and like
They have no idea what else is going on.
that's why I like Polkadot though, because even in Polkadot's white paper,
Mhm.
it says that it's not trying to compete with Ethereum. It's actually trying to benefit Ethereum.
Hmm. But yeah, it's the market's still trading a little sideways on everything. Although this should be as expected as people are shaving some profits off, and it's just a natural thing as people have made their money. They're going to shave their
You know what I find interesting though, speaking on Polkadot, last night I sent you this, but Gavin Wood's net worth is supposedly $450 million.
Mhm.
Some people say he's worth about 5 to 10, and then a lot of big articles are saying he's worth 450. But either way, Gavin Wood is a wealthy person.
Yeah.
He's not some random Joe Schmo from a garage, like he's
Mhm.
a wealthy he actually was a huge developer. And that's one of the reasons why Polkadot is not going anywhere, because while Gavin Wood isn't the CEO, like he literally labels himself as a builder on Polkadot on Twitter. He
Mhm.
says he builds on Polkadot. So it's hard to say that Polkadot's just going to be forgotten about. It has a possibility, like anything, but I just think Polkadot's in this weird area to where it's only been out for 2 to 3 years. It's still an infant blockchain project. The
Mhm.
parachains haven't been used heavy. The user engagement isn't there. But I think the Polkadot developers know that they have to get users on. Like the developers know this. Like they have to get users. And I think the user thing, and especially with the inflation, people worry about dots inflation. But
Mhm.
I think as more demand comes in from the next bull run, especially when they're trying to get staking incentives, they're trying to stake their profits. I think people are going to run to Polkadot like they did last bull run, because there's no gas fees and it's easy to unstake Polkadot. The only thing I will say about Polkadot is the UI. Like anybody who's an average investor, like they don't know how to use the Polkadot JavaScript or the Polkadot dashboard. So that's the only thing really, and the user engagement, that's hurting Polkadot, but the development is still solid.
Absolutely. And just going through some comments. Thank you guys for your support. If we can keep getting some likes and shares, it really helps. Uh, Shout out to Crypto Rizzo. Dot is a L0, but only for power change. Yep, absolutely. And ETH has a major fundamental flaws, but OG's force narratives. Very
Yep.
true. But it's just it was a second crypto, so people just know it. Uh, Shout out to Alberto Scarfano. So I hope I got that name right. Polkadot isn't going anywhere. What is he smoking? It is one of the most active blockchains.
I didn't say it was going anywhere. I
Yeah,
didn't say I was. I'm a long term dot holder. I actually have 600 tokens almost. I
ab-
love Polkadot. I didn't say anything bad about it. I'm saying as far as the staking UI, it's pretty complicated for the average investor, and the Polkadot devs know that they have to keep developing and making it easier for the users to interact with Polkadot. That's all I'm saying, and I think everybody who's really into crypto knows that Polkadot needs to upgrade their UI and make it more usable for the average investor. But
Yeah,
other than that,
absolutely.
Polkadot's not going anywhere. There's too much big money involved. Gavin Wood is wealthy. Gavin Wood was a huge part in Ethereum. Gavin Wood's smart, and I've seen him on stage talking. They're even having Polkadot's even having a big event in Copenhagen in June
Mhm.
28th. And
Yeah,
not only that, I heard people on Reddit, I heard this one guy, he said he actually went to a Polkadot event, and there's not a bunch of wealthy people in the booths, just they're not sharks. They're just regular people who are trying to learn
yeah,
about Polkadot. And everybody seemed pretty curious. And they said the booth was packed.
absolutely. But I get where the confusion is. The thing is that if you're in crypto, you know the value of dot. But if you are new to crypto or you don't have an understanding of all the technology and everything, it's very hard to understand Polkadot and what it's
I
doing.
will say this though, the fact that Polkadot has a cool name to it and it's pink and it has the title, and new people are coming in and they download Coinbase, they see Polkadot and they're like, "Ooh, what's this?" Because Polkadot, that's an interesting name. I'm not saying that has anything to do with the development. I'm just talking about how retail investors will perceive it next bull run, and there's
Absolutely.
just no way that it goes away, in my opinion. I'm staking Dot, and I get a good amount of staking rewards off my 500 something Polkadot, and I'm still halfway there to 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, So shout out to Crypto Wizard. Crypto has been a glorified tech demo so far, but scalable tech is coming. Absolutely, we're so far. We talked about this yesterday on the stream. We're so far still into the infancy of crypto. Like we are where the stock market was in the 1850s, where it was just the wild west, unregulated, a lot of shenanigans going on, a lot of degeneracy, and that's just part of the growth of any industry and market. And I believe in 20 years we're going to be talking like, man, I really wish I got into crypto in the 2020s, because it looks like everything is
Not only
starting to
that,
come together and take
it's
off.
hard to say that these tech developments that are coming out. I mean, there's got to be some benefits with all this technology coming out that benefits crypto. There's just no way that all this technology that's coming out doesn't benefit this infant asset class.
Absolutely. And shout out to Oshai. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate your support. And shout out to Surgic Banger. Welcome back again. Always giving us some good picks to look at. We can
That's a
definitely
cool name, by the way.
absolutely, definitely is. I foresee that one going real far. Uh, Almost thought you said Luna there, but look into Lina, Lina, 4 hour and day, and give me your opinion. Do you
Is
think
that
you'll
like the cousin of
drop
Luna?
it in for sure? I thought it was Luna, but it's not. It's not Luna.
Lena and
It's
Luna.
Yeah. I almost when I looked at it, I was like, Luna, we're back on that train again. I thought that sucker died ages ago. But no, we could definitely look into that. We got a few things we can talk about, but before we go into SBF and all the degeneracy involved in that and some of the news involved in that, let's go over Surgic Banger's pick here. I'm going to pull up KuCoin,
Surgic Banger. Let's see what you got for us.
Lina. Oops, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Lina.
I'm gonna get some more coffee real quick.
There we go. Pulling that up, taking a look at the 4 hour. So let's see here. In the last 4 hours, it started. It looks like. So shout out to Surgic Banger for bringing this out. I'm going to start sharing this screen. So if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, you should be seeing the same screen as me. So I got it up here, Lena. So I'm not much sure about the information on, but we can definitely look it up on Coinbase in a second. But we're going to take a look at the charts here. Okay, linear finance. Okay, want to make sure I get that name right. But so we're looking at linear finance here. Looks like we've been at a penny, but we shot up to about 2.5 cents on there. Uh, what it looks like is we got a lot of trading. We just got a lot of volume. A lot of buy, then a high sell, buy, then wow, a lot of sell, then buying again. Okay, so let's just take a look at a day because it's hard to do 5 hours, but we do have a day here. It looks like it followed and came. It was one of those ones that came after because there was that weird. If you look at all the blue chip coins, there's a weird up and dip. There's a weird little quick pickup, then a dip down on like most of the blue chip coins. So, and this one kind of it's starting its up dip, but it might shoot up again because it's kind of doing this kind of like cosine up wave. So, I mean, if you got into it around yesterday evening, you probably could have made a good jump, gotten a good double off of it. But it's also hard. I do also say I want to make this clear too for people as you're day trading. One, you want to arbitrage properly because not all exchanges are the same price. So, because I notice some of them they're lagging like $3 behind. So, like I noticed one place had quant for 118, and the others I could buy it for 115 and quickly swap it over. So you just want to pay attention to where you're selling it to, and also got to be careful because these exchanges are starting to front run your picks too. So they'll add on
Oh,
credit to generate amount as they front
Quan,
run your orders.
I do want to send you this article. It actually talks about how Ethereum staking and how the
Mhm.
ETH network is set up and the gas fees and all that. It's actually easier for the Ethereum network to catch criminals and stop criminal activity. Like that's actually been talked about how how Ethereum staking works. It actually stops criminal activity. A lot of it.
Okay. Okay, we can definitely take a look at it. But to finish Surgic Banger here, I think you might want to give it like another like hour to see where the trading is going because right now it looks like it's leveling off, but at the same time, it could be people are going to shave their profits, and then you might be able to get another big pump on it
I
as
sent you
people
that article.
notice this. People notice the uprun on it, but it if you've been paying attention to the charts, it looks like you may get a nice W pattern there, and you could make some money off of that. Well, actually, you could like do a double double, like get up double point, go down, sell down, double up, and so you get a double double. So I appreciate that, almost a triple double. So that'd be pretty cool. But I think we're a little slow on that uptake, so it'd be very hard to get that triple double. But you probably could get one double as people sell out,
I'm sorry
cash,
about that.
then buy in, then sell out again. But let me pull up that article that Cody's talking about
It's
here.
the Shanghai upgrade. It made it easier to detect criminals.
Oh yeah, yes, I heard about this. So yeah, but even with proof of stake rather than proof of work, it does make it a little easier to track where everything's going.
That's
But
why I think Ethereum's going to stay around because it's a crypto, but it also has staking. How it's set up, it's kind of harder to do criminal activity than it is on Bitcoin, especially Monero. Like I think Monero is the king of that, and I think that's why Coinbase doesn't support Monero because Coinbase doesn't want to be involved with a privacy coin that can't be tracked.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And I
And
realized that I was like, wait a minute, Coinbase doesn't sell Monero. I was like, I thought Monero was a blue chip.
it was in the beginning, but I think as a
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but when I went to Whataburger in 2021 in the crypto bull run, I shit you not, on the drive-through window at Whataburger, and I have a picture of it. There was a Monero sticker on the drive-through window. It was a big Monero sticker.
yes, I remember that.
It was
I
literally
remember
on the
seeing
Whataburger.
those.
Yeah, I used to see the Monero sticker everywhere last bull run. Like there was just people. I think there was just big supporters of Monero, just trying to like tell people like, hey, you know, Monero is a privacy coin because I mean it is, but at the same time, like people don't like it because of criminals, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And and what you got to realize is the average investor has to have confidence. So a lot of the people who are in crypto, been in the long haul, know the in and outs of the industry and know what's safe and what's not. But to someone new with no understanding, no knowledge, no nothing, going in with a blindfold, this is a very scary market. And to put any bit of your hard-earned money into a market you don't fully understand is very scary for a lot of people. And in
That's what
order
I did.
to
I got in blindfoldedly, but I was learning. I was adapting quick. I never got involved with FTX. I never got involved with anything that went down like BlockFi or Voyager. I never got involved with any of that.
Mhm.
With my type of mindset, when I see a few projects like three to four, I stay focused on those three to four. I don't think about adding a bunch of new crap. Like I'm fully confident that my four picks, Quant, Atom, Polkadot, and ETH, again, not financial advice, but I know I'm confident that just in my own opinion, those are going to stay around. I don't add random crap in my portfolio and I don't go to exchanges. I simply buy the four tokens I like, store them on my ledger, and go on about my day. That's all I do. I don't spend time researching new crap that could go to zero or be targeted by the SEC.
Absolutely. And that's you just got to do your research. But most people, they're looking for shout out to Dion Allen. Does this guy ever let you finish your thoughts without interruption? Well, you gotta apologize for Cody. He's a young buck, and he when he gets a topic, he just goes.
Oh, I'm sorry
That's
about
kind
that,
of our
man.
dynamic. I too get a little excited, and I kind of cut people off sometimes too. So, but yeah, it's a little bit of bad radio, but I let him talk because when he gets excited, he starts really spitting some knowledge, and then I really learned myself. So I just like to sit back and listen. But hey, definitely appreciate your comment. Thank you for all your guys' support. Yeah, just keep the likes coming. Let's see. Yesterday we got over 8,000 likes. So let's see if we can get. Oh, let's see if we could beat that 8,500 likes this time. So as people are kind of coming and going, really hope, and hey, check us out on YouTube and Twitch and everything. We're live there, and if you want to catch our reruns, they're also on YouTube and Rumble as well. Uh, but yeah, it's what I wanted to quickly say before you interrupt me. It's like if we want the market to grow, we do have to have the average person be safe and comfortable in here because they really don't understand. And trust me, their skepticism of crypto was the same skepticism they had of the stock market 20 years ago. It's a scam. It's not worth it. Only the rich get wealthy off of it. The same rhetoric that's being said about crypto. And what happened then is a lot of people don't understand. Like before, this was before Madoff. We had boiler room tactics, unethical trading. You had Enron nuke everyone's pension. You had um, you had degeneracy in the banks, not once, not twice, not three times, but four times from the 80s to the beginning of the 90s. You had the real estate bubble crash. You had people lose their savings. I think in 87 was the highest record unemployment next to 2008. I think it was like 19.5% of the populace was unemployed. And, and not to mention, through all that time, we were going through the Cold War. We had constant skirmishes. So life was just like a bunch of, until the Soviet Union collapsed, life was a bunch of degeneracy and people didn't trust anything. So you got to understand that these same people are now in their golden years and they're in their retirement years. In order for them to feel comfortable about putting their money into Bitcoin or Ethereum or any crypto, they have to feel comfortable and they have to understand it. So they have to have the ability to um to be able to understand it, have an advisor that can help them through the way, and have a feeling of safety with the government protecting them. So, as much as I know a lot of people in crypto don't want the government involved, but in order for this industry to grow, the government has to impose some type of regulation involved in it. So, but that's my thoughts. And that's where we're going to kind of lead off onto Sam Bankman Fried. I'm going to pull up that article real quick because it was just been Like he got he there not only was there a bunch of other degeneracy, but he also got China's now going after him for bribing officials. So it's like I said, as we get closer to October, more and more news is going to come out about it. Shout out to Oshai. Have you ever looked into Onyx Coin? JP Morgan took it over not too long ago. I have not, but we can certainly do that in a little bit. Um, but let me pull up some articles about about FTX and SBF.
Again, my apologies for interrupting you. Sometimes it's just like when I hold on to a thought for a while, like I can easily forget it, and then when you get back to me, I'll be like, I forgot. Like so that's
Yeah,
a hard thing for me, keeping in mind what I gotta say. So sorry, my apologies in advance. I'm not gonna do that.
absolutely. Well, hey, and sometimes we do get a little zealous and overexcited. But sometimes it happens. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this article up. I saw it a couple places. Couple places had pulled it up, but about SBF because he was caught bribing, paid a $40 million bribe to unfreeze crypto and trading accounts in China. Even though this was it's about a month ago, but I think it just finally popped up on my radar. So, and it's like I said, as we do more digging, more stuff's going to come out. But this is about $1 billion of cryptocurrency that was hidden away due to uh, Alameda's trading accounts and everything. And this goes to show you the extent of his of like he just doesn't care. Like when you look at picture of him, it's like you can tell like he has some for some odd reason a weird disconnect. But for any of you who don't know, one, China does not like anyone that's not Chinese. We all know that. Two, China is not going to play when you're an outsider trying to manipulate their system. So, with him already on this, I mean, if people are complaining about prisons in the U.S., don't even you don't even want to see what prisons are outside of the U.S., even in some Western countries. So, like the fact that he took the risk to do this and I think he really thought he wasn't going to get caught or anything, but they are definitely going. The Chinese doesn't care. They're gonna bring his ass over to China and prosecute him for that. Like there's no doubt about it. But this does do us a little bit of harm because now that we know that $1 billion is locked up in China. So I think the total accounted for money is like $4.5 billion that is accounted for out of the 9.2 billion that vanished. But we will probably never see that 1 billion back because China will certainly seize it. And when China seizes something, they don't give it. They very rarely give it back. Like usually they take and it's a one direction thing. But there's quite a bit of other news out there with SBF. I know probably not a lot of people want to hear this, but in the Bahamas, they are going to suspend or drop some of the charges on SBF, and this is of course going to ignite public sentiment towards it. Not many people are going to be in favor of this. This is where I say like the lynch mob is going to take into effect because I know what the prosecutors are trying to do. They're trying to hit him hard on one thing and kind of like ease up on other things. So, but the only way that they'll ever really ease up is if they come to find out that he's not the big player and he's giving up someone else, which may or may not happen. But like I said, we have to wait till his trial. He goes to trial in October to really see all the evidence, what's going on, get documents from the trial, things like that, and press coverage. So we won't know until it gets there. But I can tell you one thing: every politician is going to use this against him and for their political campaign going in and to campaign against crypto, even though what he did wasn't related to crypto. It was just normal everyday financial fraud. And it's unfortunate. These things happen in the financial industry. They happen, unfortunately, a lot because they're very good at targeting people, especially during the crypto run. A lot of people were going on with FTX because of zero trading fees, and nobody ever stopped to think. Because my first thought was, how are you operating business if you're not charging me to use your platform and your resources to trade my money? Like there has to be a cost. There's electricity
Agreed.
involved, staff, there's all that stuff.
That's why I feel like FTX targeted vulnerable people. When you're in a bull market and when you have money, I feel like money makes you more vulnerable because when times are good, you're like, okay, how can I keep increasing? And you go for absolute degenerate ways to keep going, And like Coinbase, they're a big crypto business. They even have fees.
Yeah, and there's got to be management fees. There's got to be something that, because you're in business to make a profit, despite what everyone says. That's one thing that really pissed me the hell off. I'm sorry if I'm going on a rant because this was really fun, but it keeps pissing me off. It's like that altruistic capitalism. It's like that is the biggest fraud I've ever heard in my life. Like I don't trust you when you're saying that you're doing everything for altruism. It's like, no, anything that's done, every business that's done is for a profit and for personal gain. I like we don't do anything. It's just human nature. We don't do anything because we are just doing it altruistically. We have some sort of goal in mind. And but if you're telling me that you're going to be running this multi-billion-dollar platform, not taking any fees, it's like, so where's the money coming from? Like there is money isn't infinite. It's just it's got to come from somewhere, and it was coming out of the pockets of people joining in. That's why they wanted. That's where I say I compared him to Bernie Madoff, because Bernie Madoff did the same thing. He offered all the feeder funds zero fees. You collect all the fees. I just make money on the trades, and that was the caveat to get them to dump their money in. And he would be feeding them money and pocketing the rest. Shout out to Bland Neslin. Yeah, there are two justice systems, one for the rich and one for everyone else. Absolutely, unfortunately it's like that. Um, and unfortunately for a lot of you young guys that are getting into crypto, just getting into finance, you haven't seen the frauds, and you don't, and you're looking out on the outside, and you may think like, how the hell can someone get involved in this? How can you fall for this? But you don't understand is that these people who commit these type of frauds are excellent with their timing, excellent with picking you out of the crowd and getting you when you're the most desperate. And unfortunately, they're going to be around for a long time, and it's just the way things are. And in order to avoid things like this, you got to be well educated, have a calm, collected, stoic mind frame, so you can view your assets without a personal bias. I know that it's very, very, very hard to do because your assets are your net worth, and you worked very hard to get that, and it's hard to remove yourself from it and look at it with a logical angle without having emotions attached, especially when you're losing money. It's very hard. But that's why I say you got to be careful. And sometimes the cheapest isn't always the best. Usually, the person who's charging you the most is most likely the person that has, hey, this is my value. I'm charging for what I'm worth. You either use me or don't. So that's what I got. That's what I got to say. But also take everything with a grain of salt, because other exchanges, they're in it to make money, and you just got to know when they're trying to make the maximum amount of money, and guard yourself from losing your profits and your net worth. That's where I always said money is like water. You know, any little hole in your little bucket, you could be losing it, and it could go fast or it can go slowly. You just got to be very careful. That's why we got to work really, really hard to protect our money bucket and protect the water that we're putting into it.
Exactly. That's why I stay with my few picks in crypto because crypto is already a risky and asset class as is. But with my four picks, I'm confident that they're going to stay around. And if they don't, well, then that's my loss. And I'm young
Hmm.
enough to recover because I'm only 22.
Absolutely. And you never risk more than what you're willing to lose. And it's heartbreaking to see because we can all go back and look at the documentaries and news articles about people losing 400, 500,000 of their life savings in stolen ETH, unprotected wallets, leaving stuff on the exchanges, bad margin calls. I think there's one, it's like an 8 or 9 year old video of a guy shorting Apple and losing $130,000 in one day, in like an hour. And you go watch, it's heartbreaking to watch as he's puking. He's scared. At first, I thought it was all staged until I saw his reaction and the curdling of his voice as he was distraught. And that's where I said, don't make these moves. Don't go for Hail Marys. Don't go for big gammons. Steady, consistent gains. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to risk the pot. I'm just trying to put a little bit out there. If I lose it, great. Even I, with owning my businesses, I own property. I own crypto. I have investments in several portfolios, and even after all that, I still have a financial advisor I shovel money to on a monthly basis to help. If I lose everything, I still have that. If I lose everything, I still have this. And what got me on another thing was people talking about. And I know this is a little bit off topic, but people talking about not having a reserve fund. It's like you absolutely need a reserve fund. Everybody has a reserve fund. Everybody has something that in case oh shit emergency happens, they can protect themselves and they can help cover whatever losses, where it's a loss of a job, loss of uh loss of net worth, economy goes bad, you broke a leg, you got into a horrible car accident, god forbid you get a terminal disease or something, or you get a disease that you survive from, but now you're suffering bankruptcy from. You don't want to go through that. You want to make sure that you have all of your buckets ready to go, so that way if the worst case scenario happens in life, you are not going to be threatened or bothered by it. Like that. And it's hard for people to grasp it because I know you want that flashy lifestyle, but you got to realize a lot of you guys have more money than your favorite influencer. A lot of them aren't as wealthy as it appears. And unfortunately, with social media, it's very easy to portray things and not showcase what the reality is behind it. But and that's kind of like what SBF did from, I think, what was it 2000, from 2017, 18, 19, and 2020. And then his empire started unraveling in 2021 when he started trying to really do some degenerate moves. And it's just absolutely mind-boggling as to how everything unfolded. But it's like, it just goes to you guys got to be careful about what you're putting your money into. And like I said, don't invest in anything that I or myself, Cody, say, unless you do your due diligence, you do your research, you learn about it, you understand it, and everything like that.
Yeah, like as much as I love Quant and Polkadot and Atom and Ethereum, those aren't guaranteed things. And I'm put money that I'm willing to lose, even though it's a lot for me right now. I'm willing to lose it because I'm young.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So while we're going to take a break from going over ranting about SBF and all the craziness involved, let's take a look at the Onyx coin here. There it is.
When he goes to
CN.
China, though, it's not going to be good.
Oh no, they're going to destroy him when he goes to China, and they are going to publicize that. It's going to be broadcasted live. I don't know if you guys, I may be dating myself, but I don't know if you guys ever watched Starship Troopers. That's what's going to be. That's his trial, just like that. It's going to be a public trial, and I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to go for a public off with your head. thing there. XCN. So let me go over to KuCoin and pull that up for XCN. Oops. Go back. Come on. Uh Come on. There we go. All right. XCN. Sure, why not? Okay. All righty. And thank you guys for all joining in. Really appreciate you guys' support and listening to our rants here. We're gonna go back to Oshai. Um, so we're gonna go over this coin XCN. I got it pulled up in two places on KuCoin and Coin Market Cap, so I can see we can get a. So I'm not sure when this came out. I think it came out around early last year. So have you heard about this one, Cody?
XCM?
Yeah.
Nah.
So I don't know much about it. Not really going to do a too deep of a dive, but it seems like an all-time high of about 16 cents last year, and it just kind of tumbled down. I'm not going to lie, it's looking like a dump, but without the pump. It didn't really get pumped; it just kind of went and then down. But that's also could be a good sign too, because a lot of good projects have had this same graph where it started out at the initial offering, stayed steady, and just kind of went down. It's hard to see here. It's got 1K in followers on Coinbase and about 60,000 watch lists. So people are watching this. So it's just that there has been very little action on it. And the trading volume is just shy of 2 million, and that's even down 32%. So it doesn't look like there's a lot of activity on this coin. But if we can, when we take a look, we'll take a good, quick, brief look at their white paper. But JP Morgan buying it means that they see value into it and that they're going to.
JP Morgan is buying that coin?
They already did, I think. I think they already did. We'll have to look into the article, but okay. So they're aiming to do financial services off of Web3. Okay, I can see why JP Morgan's involved in it. Founded in 2014, coin launched in 2022. So, okay.
Is it on Ledger? Can Ledger support it?
Let's see here.
Go to more info and go to wallets.
More info. Where'd you see
More
that?
info. Bottom. Look at the bottom. More info.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad here.
And then go to wallets.
Binance, Meta, and Trust.
Bad Ledger, I'd start buying into it.
That's true, but the coin has only been around for a year, and usually it takes a little bit of support and a while for Ledger to start getting. All right, guys. Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Mike. Yeah, we're currently talking about Onyx right now. I do see your guys' comments, so I do appreciate them. We will be getting to them, so just give us a little bit of patience here as we get through this part. As we get through each request here. I think we could do a deep dive later today, or I'll make a video on it and post it on YouTube and Rumble for you guys. Or I could do any requested deep dives in our Patreon as well. Link is in the bio. As we definitely do support, I'll explain that more towards a little bit later. But it's looking like I'm taking a look at the white paper here. Let me share this screen here. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. Okay, yeah, they're trying to bring a borrowing platform, and kind of it really looks like a different style of margin trading with different standards of collateralization. So, okay, So it's they're just trying to make it a little easier to borrow money either on margin or do personal loans. And
Yeah.
it's kind of looks like it's going to be like Voyager, but I can tell you right now, or like that other one, I think it was Celsius with that 20% staking. Not really staking, but it was basically 20% on your deposits. You're not probably not going to get that. I probably assume that they're probably going to do like 5% and offer borrowing at 10% because that's usually how JP Morgan operates.
Yeah. Bitcoin's down 3% and ETH is down 2.5.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Oh, yep, there we go. We're starting to drop.
I'm loving it, man. I want quant to go back to 96 to 100. I really hope it does.
Absolutely. And shout out to Bland Nelson. I was hoping Quant could go 10K per coin. Uh,
Not
it
anytime soon.
could get there, but I don't think we're looking at that this bull run. Maybe 2K at the highest, at the absolute highest. But we're probably looking more towards I'm saying realistically like 800 range, but we could get to 1,000 or 2K, but 10K might happen down the road for us. Shout out to Oshai. There, it's absolutely no price action, but JP Morgan thought something of it. Yeah, absolutely. It was rebranded. It used to be Chain. Okay. Shout out to Crypto Mike. Thoughts on Casper? We can definitely get in that
Oh,
in a
I've heard
second.
of Casper.
Um, And shout out to Osha again. I think it has huge potential when JP Morgan starts crypto custodian. Yeah, if they're going to start getting into wallets and everything. Shout out to Phoenix. Good morning to you too. Thanks for joining in. Really appreciate your support and everything. I really appreciate all you guys. If you could like and follow and share and get the likes up, it really helps other people find us. And the more people that join in, the more people that join in the chat, the more fun we can have. So let's go take a look at Casper. I'm pretty sure it's in the top 100, is it? Or is it in the top 200? But either way, I'll just look for it.
It's in the top 100, around there.
I've heard about Casper too. I just never really got into it. But shout out to Crypto Mason. He's been tracking it for a while. And it looks like, we came out last year and we just kind of been in a steady zone. Like, let's see here, from December 21 or November, around November is at 20 cents and we're dropping. Okay, I apologize. It's about 2 years out. Uh and we're at 5 cents, but it's on a steady rise. So if we go to 1 month, it seemed to reach the peak there, but we went down. But I think we only went down due to just people getting frustrated and exiting out of the coin. So they're kind of dumping it a little bit. But the volume, it's still pretty good. It's actually on an uptick. So I'm pretty sure what's happening is more people are buying it. We also It's at about 5.8 million in volume, total market cap 527 million. There's a lot of room to grow there. So if we're looking for a quick 10x on the bull run, this is definitely your coin because if it's going from 4 cents to 40 cents, you're definitely going to make a nice chunk of profit.
10x's Casper and Polkadot could be good 10x's
Yeah,
next
and they're
bull.
both at good buying prices.
Oh yeah, Polkadot's cheap compared to 55. I remember at one point 100 Polkadot was worth $5,000. Like,
Mm-hmm.
isn't that crazy? 100 dot worth 5,000. 200
Yes.
dot was worth 10,000. Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how much room there is on this potential. Although I haven't done a lot of in-depth dive on Casper, there's definitely a lot that's definitely probably got a lot of value in this. I do know that a lot of YouTubers talk about it, but if that guy Crypto Mason's talking about it, it usually has some
Crypto
value to it.
Mason, Crypto Mason doesn't like Polkadot though. He said he doesn't like it. I don't know why, but he doesn't like it for some reason. But then again, that's just Crypto Mason. I like Crypto Mason sometimes, but I take what he says with a grain of salt at this because he's another influencer, you know.
Absolutely. Bland Nelson, shout out to you again. sorry, which coin did JP Morgan invest in? It's
Honor.
the Onyx coin. And shout out to Crypto Mike again. Check out Caspa as well. Definitely, definitely. We can check that out as well. We're kind of falling a little bit behind on some things, but that's okay. We do it live. Things change. We go in different directions a lot of times. But Casper definitely. I've had my eye on Casper. I just never did the. I never really did a research involved into it, so I might do that. Excuse me, into the future. Because right now we're kind of just really going over a lot of news, but we definitely try to give your guys' comments a shout out and check out coins you suggest. But you feel free if any of you guys also want to ask questions or anything like that. You guys are more than welcome to. You can comment on live on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Link is in the description that you can hop on live, or just comment on TikTok or in the chats, and we can definitely give you a shout out as well. Just do give us some patience. We do see your comment. It just takes a while trying to get to you guys because you guys are coming in.
Hey,
We really appreciate that.
real quick, could you check and see if Casper is supported on Ledger?
Yeah, let me go back over to that screen. More info. Huh. Let's see here.
It
No.
should be on Ledger.
I think I remember seeing it there. I know it's on
I
Arceo.
might want to buy some.
Come on. Oh, there we go. He's moving a little slow here. Okay. I know that you can get some. I know that I know I saw it on
Yes, it is.
Uphold.
It's on Ledger. I did a
Okay,
quick Google search. It is on Ledger, so that's
gotcha.
awesome. Because I might want to start DCAing, and I see this is not financial advice. It's just my own opinion. I see a 10x in Casper.
Exactly. And shout out to Revolt. Good morning to you as well. And oops. Shout out to Omar Wiles. Hey, thanks for your comment. Besides Binance, US, and Coinbase, what exchanges are available without a VPN? Um,
Last time I checked, I don't need a VPN for Binance.
yeah,
If anything, exchanges don't let me use VPNs.
Binance is you can use it. He's saying you can use it without. I think those are the only ones because I know Uphold definitely checks your VPN.
Coinbase does for sure.
And maybe yeah, maybe a shout out to another person here. Maybe KuCoin does as well. Not too sure on that one. Um,
KuCoin didn't let me use a VPN. I tried to buy
okay.
TON coin, and you can't buy TON in the US. And I tried to use KuCoin with a VPN, and it didn't let me use it.
Okay. There's your answer on that one. Shout out to Crypto Mike. Casper and Caspa are going to do great next bull run. I think so too. I'm gonna do some more research, do a real in-depth dive on Casper and stuff like that, and then I'll just post a video on that. I'll probably put that up sometime tomorrow. But thank you guys for all your support in here. Definitely trying to get to all your comments. But hey, if you want to really make a priority, you can definitely either send us the question in the chat on YouTube, or you can certainly do the little pay notification like a rose or whatever it is. I can pin it and you can see it. So, but thank you guys. Really appreciate all your
I
support.
might. Oh, I'm sorry. I might add Casper into my buy list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've definitely had it on my watch list for a while, and it might be getting time to start accumulating it because it's Casper and H bar and Link that I've been really watching, and I'm probably going to start buying and holding those. But I'm still waiting for some good market signals. I'm just waiting for a nice 10% dip so I can acquire a little bit more and get kind of like a little bit, kind of make my earnings a little bit more degenerate, if you will.
Yeah.
But with that said, like going back to some of these things, because like I know that there's a lot. I me personally, I think Other than the FTX case that's going to get resolved, most of the crypto world degeneracy outside of the meme coin pump and dumps are kind of coming to it's kind of come to an end. But you also got to be careful because you also got to realize that as we get each bull run, more scammers, more ways to steal. They're trying to be one step ahead, and unfortunately, it's very hard to be one step ahead of them.
Yeah, but I also, speaking as new bull runs come, I also see diminishing returns as a factor as well.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Shout out to Omar Wallace. What exchanges are for U.S. citizens is what I meant. Okay, so yeah, you have Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, Weebu, eToro are definitely. Robinhood is another one. You also have what was it? You have Uphold. You have OK Coin. Although I'm not a fan of OK Coin, they're kind of glitchy and they lag like they lag their your buy orders. So I try not to get buy any of my coins off of them, but you do have them available, and you have Crypto.com, which you can use in the U.S. as well.
Yeah, I don't like the Crow coin though.
No, I did finally exit out most of my earnings on Crow. I moved it over into Bitcoin. So I've already had a 50% hit on a Crow token, but I only got it so I can get the Obsidian card. And once it was released, then I just took it out. I started saying, you know what, it's better to be in Bitcoin than into this. But I still have quite a bit staked. Yes, I'm sorry. Shout out to Revolt. Yes, Gemini too. But yeah, I've heard that they're a little shady. They got a little bit of shady money in there, but they're still active. So and they're still around. And it looks like that they're doing something into with CZ and Binance. Um, but yeah, Robinhood's not a good place to get crypto, although you can. But you can also do their gold partner program, which you have to pay. It's like $5 a month, but if you get up to enough money in there, you can earn like 5.5% off of your earnings in there, off of crypto and your stocks, and you can be the lender side of the margin and make even more money off of it. So I'm not fully trusting of Robinhood, but Robinhood is the easiest app to get into for beginners, especially beginners into stocks. Just try to stay away from the margin trading on there. Don't do it on that platform. Once you get experience, I would go to like TD Ameritrade or like Scott Trade, one of those big ones. But I don't think I have any more tokens. Like, oh, we got a little bit left to talk about, but we didn't really get the chance to talk about quant because we should probably really give a little talk about quant
I love
because
quant, man.
it's been it's been acting a little weird to compare to what we thought it would do, but
I thought it was gonna keep going down to like 80 to 90. Like
yeah,
this is
I
what
thought so
happened
too.
last year.
Yeah, it seems to happen again and again. Like right last year we had that nice dip, and then we just kind of in July it started spiking up again. But then
Maybe
the
that's
same
just how the
thing,
market prices quant. The market probably sees quant worth $100.
and it could be it. Remember, market prices is just market sentiment of all of everyone involved in the market, and that's all it really is. But what I will say is that I think it's quant is very undervalued for what it's trying to do, and I think it also has a high range of potential. But what I want to keep everyone understanding is that their volume has been consistent in the last couple months. Like it's still holding like 25 million in volume.
It was holding 10 to 18 for a while.
Hmm. And it started. I think it really spiked. If you look at the 1 day chart, like we had a massive sell off, and then we had people buying in, and then a little bit of profit. So this is really what this is action of day traders. That's what this really is right here. Just a
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of action from day traders. Now, that could be good as well because there's also people watching that and buying at these dips, which they're buying and pulling quant out of circulation, and that that is going to one make it harder to get, drive up demand because we have a low supply on the exchanges, and it's only going to mean better for everyone who's holding and just holding for the long term. But I have been watching; it's been going up on watch lists. Like a year ago, this was like 149,000, and now we're over 250,000. And then we have followers, at almost 8K followers on
It was at like 4K like a week and a half ago.
Yep. I think people are starting to take notice of it, and I think people are starting to really pay attention to
I
what
talk
Quant
about
is trying
quant.
to do.
I'm in the Atom group chat, Cosmos group chat, and I talk about quant in there, and some people don't even know what it is. People ask me, "What is quant? What
Mhm.
does it do?" I still get that question all the time. What is quant? What is quant?
Yes, exactly. So, with that said, we are getting kind of busy here, as like you guys always. I run a moving company and a detailing company, so we are we're as we get more into the day, we get pretty busy. Um, really do appreciate all your guys' support, your chat and everything. Really appreciate you guys. Definitely did well for we definitely had a pretty good chat about it. I know we really talked more about SPF and fraud, not really so much cryptos on this one, but we do appreciate you guys for joining in on our live here and really giving us some support and shout outs. Definitely appreciate all the likes and support. Do have to. I did was planning on cutting this one a little, make this one a little longer, but unfortunately, I got to cut it short because I'm starting to see a lot of emails and calls coming through. But thank you guys for all your support. Cody, do you have any final thoughts on everything that we talked about?
No, sir. I think we've cleared up everything.
Okay, well, great. And like I said, be careful, guys out there. Be very careful about where you're putting your money, where you're leaving your money. Um, Well, I'll get this last just shout out to Glenn Nelson. Do you think Gallo can hit $1? It probably could on the bull run. It seems like every bull run, a lot of coins just run up regardless as new investors are coming in and what's happening. I'm sorry, Crypto Mike, I did not see that in there. Man, you guys were just active in there. But yeah, we'll have to review it, and I'll have to let Cody know. Oh, about KuCoin. I think I passed that. Oh, okay, so Uh, Cody, he says you have to transfer Tether to KuCoin in order to buy crypto for the US. I had the same problem.
Yeah.
I guess in response to Tom not being
Well,
able.
yeah. Well, the thing is, you're I'm in the U.S. and you're not allowed to buy Ton coin in the U.S. So I figured I'm gonna throw on a VPN in Italy and use KuCoin to buy Ton. Well, it actually let me, but it wouldn't let me send the Ton to my wallet for 24 hours. So basically, I
Oh,
turned my VPN off and then I switched it to America. And then I still had tried to move my Ton coin and it wouldn't let me because it's banned in the U.S. So I had to
okay.
switch it to Tether and then move the Tether to my wallet.
Okay, I got you. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, glad we got that answer for you guys. But hey, thank you guys. Don't forget every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. we do crypto chat. Every Sunday at 8:30, we do what's in your portfolio, and you can ask me about my portfolio. I'm gonna start showing more of my gains on everything, including real estate, stocks, crypto, all that business wise. And this Sunday, I definitely want to go over some of my biggest losses in business, a lot of bad deals, bad partners, things like that. So it's gonna be a fun Sunday this coming Sunday. But really appreciate everything, and stay tuned later to every Wednesday at 6:30. We do our in-depth analysis on cryptos and investments and making a decision on what we want to watch, what we want to invest, what we want to do. So with that said, guys, stay safe. Watch us, follow us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, follow us on, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're trying to get to 10,000 on everything. Help us out, help us grow. And keep in mind, guys, this is an open chat. You guys can certainly join in live, answer your questions. Always comment your questions. If you want to hop on live, if you're feeling a little ambitious, you can definitely hop on live with us and ask your questions or state your opinion about things. There is no wrong answers. It's exactly, people never show bad deals and losses, and it's like and the only way you're going to learn in business and investing is you got to learn from those bad deals and losses. And sometimes they hurt bad, but you got to show them, you got to learn from them. And sometimes some of them really hurt me because like I didn't think I would make some of those mistakes, and help talking about them helps give me peace of mind because it makes me feel like, okay, I can still survive and still succeed after doing so many things wrong. And I try to go over that every Sunday with you guys, so as you can see, like, make a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things wrong. I got into a lot of craziness. And shout out to Omar. It's unfortunate Coinbase got you for 500. I certainly feel you. BlockFi got me for 32,000.
Wait, how did Coinbase get in for 500?
Not sure, you just kind of stated. It could be. I remember sometimes they're the computer monitoring it. He said he was trying to buy Viot, VAIOT on there. So, and I could see that but we all got to be careful. Do your research, respect the process. Don't invest more than you can lose. Don't invest your entire life savings. Always have a plan, a backup plan. Always hedge your investments with other investments, and always learn and do as much research as possible. But with that said, guys, I got to get back to business. It's going to be a busy day for me. Really appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys again at 6:30. Thank you, guys, and we definitely look forward to next time. Peace.